Hi, welcome back to Watch It Played. My name is Rodney Smith. This is a filler episode. Luke's going to join me in a bit because we want to unbox something. But there's a few things I want to tell you about as well. Actually, more than a few things. So I'm not even going to pretend that I can memorize them all. I've got my sheets laid out here to remind me of what they are. The first thing I want to start with is a thank you to Bahimaran, a Board Game Geek user, who took the time to create a micro badge for us on Board Game Geek. If you don't know what that is, basically underneath of your avatar you can have these little micro badges that signify the things that you like, board games you like, or other interests you might have. And so he made one for Watch It Played viewers. And he originally made it based on the old logo. So I saw what he was doing, I gave him the new logo, and together we made a new micro badge. But he really did the majority of the work on that, and I want to thank him for taking the time to do that. I spend pretty much all of my free time working on the series, and I have this little mental checklist of things that I wish I could get to, and this was certainly one of them. So it's really nice to have that taken care of. So I thank you for that. I'm going to put a link to the micro badge right in the description of this video, because if you do a search for Watch It Played, you might find both micro badges in there, and if you want to find the most up-to-date one, then I'll put the link to it there. Okay, so the next thing is I want to mention that we did a video at Gen Con. I did a video with Talks from Crits Happen. He runs a video review series for board games, and him and I were talking before Gen Con, and he was interested in doing a video with me. I thought that would be fun to do. So we did a video on Smash Up. We smashed up our 2 video series to do that. So the video, I told him he could host it on his channel. So it's hosted there, but we've linked it in our playlist on our channel, so if you want to find it. Or you can, again, look in the description to this video, and I'll put a direct link to it. I do the playthrough part of the video, and then he does the review at the end. And we had Todd there from AEG come on with us. It's noisy at Gen Con, so the audio is not great, but hopefully you can hear everything we talk about, and you can get a sense of the game from that one video. The other thing I want to mention is we have been covering Puzzle Strike recently. That's what we've been playing. Hope you guys have been enjoying that. And I want to tell you that you can actually go to the Puzzle Strike website and play the game for free online. Now, I think you only have access to one of the characters, and I think it maybe rotates. Maybe you have access to 2. I'm not sure on that. I think it rotates every so often, the characters that you can play. Or you can unlock permanently certain characters that you can always play. But again, you have full access to the game that we've been playing here. Of course, it's not the same as that tactile feeling, but it's a great way to get a chance to try the game and see if you like it and might want to have it for your own self to buy the actual copy. Now, that's the next question is, how do we buy Puzzle Strike? Because there's been a couple different editions of it, and the 3rd edition, the one that we're playing, and the one that you'll find on the website, is actually not in stores yet, but it's coming soon. So I just want to tell you the pre-orders for Puzzle Strike 3rd edition plus Shadows, which is, again, that standalone expansion. So it's a totally separate game. You can play it all by itself, but it also works with Puzzle Strike, so you can combine the chips and mix the chips that might be in the bank. And you can also mix up the characters, etc. So all of that is going to be on www.sirlingames.com for pre-order, if it's not up there already. So check that out. And there's going to be, obviously if you kickstarted this, because there was a Kickstarter for this 3rd edition, then those should be going out as well soon. But that's where you can go and get a copy of the game. Now, the other thing I've been asked occasionally is, what are the differences between the different editions? And I don't know them intimately. I have 2nd edition and 3rd edition, so I know this. A number of the chips have been updated. They've made some major balance changes to the game because, again, the game's been played, a lot of times, especially since they have that online component. So they were able to discover and find some changes that need to be made to help improve the balance of the game. So a lot of the character chips have been reworked. A lot of the basic chips have been reworked. That combined chip, having that -$1 on there, keeps that chip from being, too overpowered. Which I think has been a big change to it as well. Also, in the original editions, you didn't get the screens and the playmats. They didn't come with the base game. You get that as an upgrade pack. So now that all comes in one, as well as they have the updated rulebook in there, right? So you can now play the panic time and danger time. That wasn't in there before. They have a clockwork mode in there and some other game modes, and of course the free-for-all. That dynamic that we've been playing with, where when you crash someone off the table can counter-crash, those rules weren't in the 2nd edition. So all of that's been added into this improved edition. I'll tell you this as well. The box has actually been improved. You wouldn't necessarily know it to look at it, but the insert the plastic insert, that wonderful plastic insert that houses all of those chips. They've done something different because that slides in and out a lot easier than it used to, and you need to be able to slide it in and out because that's where you store the bags and boards underneath of that plastic tray. So that's the information on there. The other thing I want to tell you though, and this is cool, David Serlin of Serlin Games, the designer of the game, who's been a real friend of the show and has supported us, and he's going to have a contest for us. So he's going to allow us to run a contest, I should say. He's going to donate a copy of Puzzle Strike 3rd Edition to give away, as well as Shadows to give away, and I believe also maybe a strategy guide and some promo cards. So we're going to try to give you some more information on that contest and have it up here. We haven't been doing the contest through the episodes like we normally do. One of the problems, of course, with having those fun little contest clues in the episodes is that if you're watching the episodes much later, then it could be a little confusing or maybe a little disappointing to realize that you missed out on a fun contest. So we're just going to keep it separate from the gameplay videos. Instead, we'll run a different video where we explain what the contest is going to be and how you can enter into it. But again, we'll make it open so anyone can join in. We might have you answer some kind of quiz or whatever, but other than that, anyone will be able to enter into the contest. So I want to again thank David for being a friend of the series and for being a friend of our viewers and offering to give away some cool stuff. So if you've been looking to get your hands on Puzzle Strike, hey, that might be a way to do it. And if you don't win the contest, like I said, you're going to be able to buy the game very soon through ordering from the Serlin Games website. And of course, after that, I believe it will be available through other means as well. Okay, so listen, I want to get Luke here and open up this this box that we got, and hopefully you guys will enjoy seeing that, and then we'll wrap things up. Okay, well now I'm here with
Luke Smith.
Thank you for joining me, Luke. Thank you for joining me, Box. Luke, feel free to start cutting this open.
Okay.
I just want to talk a little bit more, of course. I just want to tell you guys a couple of quick things. First of all, I'm working on a video right now from Gen Con. I went to Gen Con with my buddy Pep, and we recorded some video to show you some of the games there, as well as show you some of our adventures. So hopefully that will go online in the next 2 or 3 days, and you might enjoy watching that. Especially if you're not able to go to Gen Con, then you'll get a chance to see kind of what that convention is like. Also, Tom Vassell did a great series of videos about Gen Con. I think it was a 5-part video series. I watched them and showed a lot of content. I took some video. I took a fair bit of video of our trip there, and then quite a bit of video of the different things going on at Gen Con. But this was my first gaming convention, so my attention was pretty much drawn to everything I saw, and easy does it. And I didn't want to have the camera in front of my face most of the time. I was trying to just take it all in. The other thing I wanted to say very quickly here is I want to thank Bobby from GTS Distribution. Bobby's a viewer of the series. He also works for GTS Distribution, which is where this box came from. And GTS Distribution is a game distributor. They distribute more than just games, but they distribute widely games in the United States as well, I believe, as in Canada as well, to retailers to sell them. And so Bobby's a viewer of the series, fan of what we're doing, very supportive. He's been a great guy to talk to, give me lots of helpful information, understanding how the industry works. And at Gen Con, which he was there as well, he went and talked to publishers sort of ahead of me and let them know about who we are and what we're doing, which was really, really nice, because it meant when I went to go to talk to a publisher, it wasn't just a cold call. They had a bit of a sense of who I was and what we were about. So I want to thank Bobby for not just doing that work at Gen Con, but also for sending these to me. And one of the nicest things about when he sent these to me is he said, listen, these are no strings attached, basically. If you choose to do a video on them, great. If you don't, no problem. So we love getting that because, of course, it's a little bit different for us. We have to like a game before we can do a video series on it, right? So, so it's nice when we know there's no strings attached, no expectations. So thanks again, Bobby. We won't delay it anymore. Let's open this up and see what's inside.
Fluffies!
Oh, wow. Fluffies. All right. Well, what's right on top here? This is a little game called Descent to Dungeon Crawler. No one cares about that. We'll just put that away. What else we got in here? K2. K2. Now, this is one that I'm very interested in checking out because one of the things that we're trying to do on this series is a variety of different themes of games. We like our dungeons, we like our fantasy themes, like space themes, but I like seeing how different, thank you, I like seeing how different games wrap themselves around different themes, or how the themes wrap themselves around different games. So this is certainly going to be a different theme than one we've played on the series before, and certainly one different than what I have in my collection. This is the expansion for it as well, called Broad Peak. So let me tell you a little bit about these games as you get a chance to see what's inside the box. So in this game, which can be played with 1 to 5 players, each player is going to be controlling 2 mountaineers. And those mountaineers are competing to get higher up the mountain than the other players. Because the higher you go, the more victory points you get. You're trying to get to the peak, of course. You're going to be facing all kinds of dangers, of course, and struggles. And you can do things like set tents up along the way, give yourself a little bit of a resting spot, because, of course, you have to acclimatize to the changing conditions as you go higher and higher up the mountain. And then my understanding of the expansion is that it provides you with 2 new boards, 2 new mountains to climb, as well as these 2 new scenarios. One that's perhaps a little more faster, a little more tense than what comes in the base game, and then another one which is a little more strategic than what comes in the base game. So it just expands the play style of the game. So again, I just want to thank Bobby for sending these along to us. Very generous of you to do so.
Hey, Dad.
Yes?
I found a pink fluffy in here with white ones.
He's right. Actually, these are all white fluffies, and you found the one pink one. Good for you.
Oh, and here. Have some more. That's some more.
So obviously, this video is done. Thanks for watching. When you see us next time, we'll be playing some more Puzzle Strike.